Have you ever felt frustrated with your dog and wanted to discipline them for doing something bad? You're not alone. Many dog owners face challenges when it comes to correcting undesirable behavior. Today, we'll discuss how to appropriately discipline or scold your dog, ensuring that it's both humane and effective. Let's dive into the science behind canine behavior first. Dogs, like humans, are social animals that thrive on structure and clear communication. They look to their owners for guidance and boundaries. When disciplining your dog, it's crucial to understand how they perceive our actions. According to a study published in the journal Applied Animal Behavior Science, positive reinforcement is significantly more effective than punishment in training dogs. Let's explore why this is the case. Positive reinforcement involves rewarding your dog for good behavior rather than punishing them for bad behavior. This method builds a stronger bond between you and your dog and creates a more positive learning environment. But why is positive reinforcement so effective? When dogs receive rewards, such as treats or praise, their brains release dopamine, a chemical associated with pleasure and motivation. This reinforces the behavior and makes it more likely to be repeated. However, there are times when you need to address undesirable behavior directly. This is where the concept of discipline comes into play. It's important to note that discipline doesn't mean punishment. Effective discipline involves clear communication and setting boundaries in a way that your dog understands. The first key principle is timing. A study in animal cognition found that dogs are more likely to understand the connection between their actions and your response if the correction happens immediately. Dogs live in the moment, so a delay of even a few seconds can make it difficult for them to link the misbehavior with the correction. This is why it's crucial to intervene as soon as the unwanted behavior occurs. Second, it's important to use a firm but calm voice. Dogs can sense your emotions and may become anxious or scared if you yell. A calm, firm voice helps convey authority without causing fear. The goal is to communicate that a behavior is unacceptable without intimidating your dog. Research in the Journal of Veterinary Behavior shows that dogs respond better to calm, consistent commands compared to aggressive or confrontational methods. Avoid physical punishment, as it can lead to aggression and anxiety. Physical punishment can break the trust between you and your dog and may result in fear-based behaviors. According to the Journal of Veterinary Behavior, dogs that experience physical punishment are more likely to develop behavioral problems such as aggression, fear, and anxiety. These negative outcomes underscore the importance of non-physical methods of discipline. Instead, use a verbal cue like no or to interrupt the behavior. Immediately follow this with redirecting your dog to an appropriate activity, and then praise or reward them for complying. This approach, called positive interruption, is both effective and humane. For example, if your dog is chewing on your shoes, you can say no firmly, then give them a chew toy and praise them when they start chewing on it. Let's delve deeper into why positive interruption works. When you interrupt the undesired behavior and provide an alternative, you're not just telling your dog what not to do, you're also showing them what they should do instead. This dual approach helps them understand acceptable behavior and reduces confusion. By reinforcing the positive behavior immediately, you make it more likely that your dog will choose the appropriate action in the future. Another important aspect to consider is understanding the underlying reasons for your dog's behavior. Dogs might misbehave due to boredom, lack of exercise, anxiety, or even medical issues. Addressing these root causes can prevent the behavior from occurring in the first place. For instance, if your dog is chewing furniture out of boredom, increasing their physical activity and providing more mental stimulation can alleviate the issue. Consistent training and reinforcement are also crucial. Dogs learn best through repetition and consistency. Ensure that everyone in the household uses the same commands and techniques to avoid confusing your dog. Consistent rules and expectations help your dog understand what is expected of them and what behaviors are acceptable. To summarize, understand your dog's behavior, use positive reinforcement, ensure timely responses, maintain a calm and firm voice, avoid physical punishment, use positive interruption, and address the root causes of misbehavior. By following these principles, you'll create a positive learning environment for your dog and strengthen the bond between you. Now, let's move on to the practical application of these principles. Because while the theoretical aspects of effective dog discipline is important, putting them into practice for when your dog misbehaves is sometimes much harder. Here are some steps you can take. Step 1. Immediate response. As we mentioned earlier, timing is crucial. If you catch your dog in the act, immediately use a verbal cue like no or no. This will help interrupt the behavior. Remember, the goal is to startle them slightly, not to scare them. Step 2. Redirection. Once you've interrupted the behavior, redirect your dog to a more appropriate activity. For example, if your dog is chewing on furniture, offer a chew toy instead. When they start chewing on the toy, praise them. This teaches them what is acceptable. Step 3. Consistency. Consistency is key in any training regimen. Make sure that everyone in the household uses the same commands and methods. Inconsistent signals can confuse your dog and hinder their learning process. Step 4. Understanding triggers. Identify and understand what triggers your dog's bad behavior. Is it boredom, anxiety, or a lack of exercise? Addressing these underlying causes can prevent misbehavior. A study in veterinary clinics of North America emphasizes the importance of meeting your dog's physical and mental needs to reduce problematic behaviors. Step 5. Patience and persistence. Training a dog takes time and patience. Avoid getting frustrated if progress seems slow. Positive reinforcement and consistent training will eventually lead to lasting results. During training, setbacks are normal. Your dog might revert to old behaviors occasionally, especially if they're stressed or distracted. When this happens, it's important not to lose your temper or give up. Persistence means continuing to apply the same training principles consistently, even when it feels challenging. Over time, your dog will learn what is expected of them through repeated, positive experiences. Finally, let's touch on the importance of socialization and mental stimulation. According to the Journal of Animal Science, dogs that are well socialized and mentally stimulated are less likely to develop behavioral issues. Engage your dog with interactive toys, training sessions, and regular exercise to keep their mind and body active. To wrap up, effective dog discipline is about understanding your dog's behavior, using positive reinforcement, being consistent, and addressing the root causes of misbehavior. By following these guidelines, you'll foster a positive and trusting relationship with your furry friend. Thank you for joining us today. We hope you found these insights and fun facts helpful. Remember, a well-disciplined dog is a happy dog, and a happy dog means a happy owner. And in case you're wondering, is my dog happy and bonded with me? Well, you'll probably want to click on this next video where we look into the science behind the bond between dogs and their owners. Until next time, take care and happy training.